Hello, hello. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, hey, thank you so much for joining me again. So I'm Rochelle, and today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of a deck that was sent to me by the creator, Daniel Martin Diaz, and it's called the Invisible Order Oracle. Now, before I show you this, I want to read something to you directly from a little letter from Daniel Martin Diaz. It's a note to the buyer. So the Invisible Order Oracle comes from a very different place than my other decks. It explores subjects society often pushes into the shadows, taboos, and moves into darker terrain, touching on themes of control, surveillance, and the hidden forces that influence us. It invites you to see these forces clearly and reclaim your own awareness. So while Earth magic is warm, human, and organic, and let me show you that, Earth Magic Tarot. The Invisible Order carries a colder, dystopian tone, reflecting the subtle manipulations of our technological age. Because this deck deals with AI and post-humanism in the dystopian world we live in, it felt only fitting to use AI itself as part of the process. Since AI is woven into the very divination of the deck. For this reason, I chose to experiment with a controversial tool, AI. Trained on my own sketches, drawings, and aesthetics, I then spent countless hours refining the images by hand, working digitally on faces and hands, adding symbols, layering mystical details, removing what didn't belong, and shaping everything to carry my voice and symbolism. Each image was then silk screened to give it the tactile, aged, and earthly quality present in all my art. Now, I just want to interject here just for a second. I did a video maybe 2.5, 3 years ago, and it was on AI and AI decks. And one of the questions that I posed at the time is, because there was this huge ethical issue with using AI, and AI is much more prevalent. More people are coming forward and saying that they're using it now, or that they are also supporting it, and many are still against it, okay? But one of the things that I had brought into question was, let's say, for instance, you have an artist who has a body of work, okay? Let's say that this said artist gets arthritis so bad in their hands that they can't paint anymore, or whatever it is that their medium is, right? And so they input their own images in their own style into this AI technology to create something that is definitely their own flair. And you're going to see this and this. And then I'm going to show you his other decks. You will see it very clearly. So ethically, what is the moral issue there? So that is a question that I pose to you. What is the difference? And I see that people have said that it can take jobs away, but it can most certainly give jobs and open up doors for people with disabilities and or with certain limitations, right? Or it just opens the playing field as far as I'm concerned. So these images are entirely guided by me, rooted in my style, back at the letter, and never copied from anywhere else. This was an experiment, not a new direction for my work. I've been making art by hand for over 30 years, and that remains the heart of everything that I do. Alongside that, I've also been creating AI videos for bands and music projects over the past few years, exploring how this tool can intersect with sound and vision. This deck continues a thread in my books from Soul of Science, exploring art and technology, to iconoclasm, reflecting on human/AI collaboration years before this deck. The Invisible Order is not an accident, but part of my ongoing inquiry into how creators respond to new tools and forces shaping our time. I know some people won't connect with this deck, and I expect that, but for those who do, it can serve as an outlier among divination tools, offering fresh perspectives, unexpected insights, and truths that you may not always want to hear, but sometimes must face. It delves into the hidden forces that surround us and do not serve us well, bringing them into the light so that we can meet them with awareness and clarity. Finally, these images exist only in this deck. They are not artworks for galleries, but part of a specific experiment in divination during our technological age. Artists throughout history have worked with new and sometimes controversial tools. AI is simply the latest. This deck hasn't replaced anyone. Rather, it uses the system against itself, infiltrating the digital barriers and gatekeepers that seek to lock us out. This is the new form of digital sorcery. I love that. So anything that I say, I just want to also reiterate that these are my opinions. These are my views. When I do walkthroughs of any decks or anything, I am not speaking for that creator, okay? I am speaking for myself. So everything I talk about, unless it is actually directly written or a message that I am supposed to portray in something that I am showing, these are my views, okay? So I have used AI technology many times now. I don't see it going anywhere. Unless it can be proven that it is truly copying somebody, I don't have an issue with it. But that's with anything. I don't agree with buying rip-off decks because they're cheaper. I don't agree with using art that is still under copyright, even though you think it shouldn't be, and using it to create decks for yourself or selling them. I don't agree with that either. But I don't think that's what has been done here or in most cases. So let's get on with it, okay? I want to show you. Invisible Order Oracle. Watching them, watching us. So I did already open this and went through it because I was so giddy when I seen it. And it is right up my alley. I mean, if you've watched my channel for years, some of the things that you're going to see in this deck are things that we have talked about in sisterhoods, in live chats, in videos that I've done. Oh, yeah. Like deep state stuff. Just, yeah. You'll see. You will see. This is just like everything to me right here. And if you know Daniel Martin Diaz's work, which I have several decks, I've got several walkthroughs. There's plenty all over because he's been doing this for many years. You can see, even though AI was used, this is definitely his footprint, in my opinion. You can, anyways, I don't need to say anymore. Here is the cover page. These are the backs. Absolutely stunning. Invisible Order Oracle, watching them, watching us. Oh, that's just fabulous. Here's the little book that comes with it. And this is Rose Petal. And it's just perfect. I'm going to be reading out of here for you because some of these concepts are just fantastic. So let's do the walkthrough first. We've got time travel. Confusion. Expect us. Watching them. Arrival. Enchantment. Collective. I'm just in utter love with this deck. Oh my god. Enlightenment. Portal. Magnetism. Reckoning. I'm all over all these cloaked figures. That's just, I love it so much. Source. Love Pyramid Power too. A Factory. Foreboding. Omen, Infernal, Confluence or Confluence. Please leave me your thoughts down below too. Don't get nasty, but I want to hear your honest thoughts about what you think about this particular deck and the fact of using AI. Okay? Disruptor. And whether or not you think that using AI technology, it's all just like a one and done kind of thing. Post-human. Gatekeepers. And it never fails. As soon as I start recording, noise incurs. Psychotronics. Stop them. Power. Mind control. Surveillance. Disclosure. Hypnosis. Conjure. Oh my goodness, this reminds me of a dream that I had. Shapeshifter. Remote viewer. Sabotage. I love that. I love that word. I don't know why. Sabotage. Moral panic. Just like I love like the word shenanigan and tomfoolery. They just sound funny to me. Entropy. Obelisk. Witch hunt. Introspection. System. Anonymous. Anxiety. Oh my gosh. Noise, noise, noise. Possession. Phenomenon. Watchtower. AI. Propaganda. Propaganda. Ominous. Secret. All right, so let's see how well this shuffles. This is larger than your run-of-the-mill tarot deck, your standard. Remote viewer. Shuffles. This is linen, and it shuffles like a dream, of course. Yeah. All right. So let's do some readings to give you examples out of the book. All right. Well, let's show you how well it fans, and we'll pick some cards. Ooh, that is just smooth as butter. So we're going to do one over here, one over here, and one over here. All right, so we've got Effectory, Arrival, and Secret. So let me show you right quick. Let me read to you really quick what it says in here. The Invisible Order. The Invisible Order began during quiet, late-night hours when everything felt slightly eerie yet comforting. I'd stay up listening to strange AM radio shows and reading ghost stories, unexplained events, and supernatural encounters. My mind wandered into those fascinating but forbidden edges of reality where the known world starts to come apart. That's where this deck was born. Oh, that's just pure magic. From the start, my vision was to uncover the hidden forces that quietly shape our thoughts, feelings, and choices. These influences often pass unnoticed, yet they guide us in ways both subtle and profound. I wanted the deck to be thought-provoking without overwhelming, challenging assumptions while offering clarity, perspective, and space for genuine self-reflection. Technology doesn't just give us information, it captivates us, pulling attention into screens while subtly changing how we see the world. Social groups, online or in person, can pressure us so gently that we barely feel it, nudging us towards choices that may go against our values. These influences hide in algorithms, cultural trends, and expectations. They work like slow hypnosis, shifting our moral compass without us realizing it. The more we recognize these patterns, the less power they have. These cards help you pull back the curtain to see quiet manipulations and connections that are always present but often invisible. The artwork, inspired by early 1900s propaganda posters, simple, stark, often faceless, allows the figures to represent anyone, including yourself. So you can connect the images to your own experiences. The Invisible Order invites you to look behind the scenes of daily life. Each card offers a symbolic way to explore hidden influences, patterns, and roles that you might unknowingly play. This isn't about creating discomfort. It's about seeing clearly so that you can make intentional choices. In the end, this deck helps you slow down and pay attention. It's a way to spot patterns and influences that you may have missed while exploring a mystical world often considered off limits or taboo. Approach it with curiosity rather than fear, and explore ideas that might challenge how you see yourself and the world. With that awareness, you can make choices that feel intentional and true to who you are. So let's find a factory, and that is page. This is what it looks like. So a factory is page. Come on, help me out. Where is it? There we go, page 13. All right, this is what it looks like, a factory. So automation, commodity, and conditioning. Yes, so this is, those are the keywords for this card. In a mechanized cityscape, people in uniform labor over conveyor belts, assembling vessels of feeling. Above them, colossal faces weep into smokestacks, their tears fueling machinery. A single figure gestures skyward as pipes, screens, and wires twist through the architecture. Emotions have become infrastructure. A factory is a metaphor for a factory of emotions. The Affectory card reveals the ways that feeling is now manufactured by society, where emotion is treated as a commodity. Technology, media, and hidden systems of control have learned to manipulate human reactions, yes, with the precision of an assembly line. Oh my gosh, yes. Algorithms shape your mood. Devices harvest your attention. Headlines, endless scrolls, group chats, and curated outrage feed patterns designed to keep you hooked. Even family, friends, or partners may unknowingly echo these scripts, playing their role in the system. Oh my God, yes. When this card appears, protect your emotional energy, step off the assembly line, disconnect from the feed, pause reactive cycles, and reclaim the feelings that are truly your own. Reverse, prolonged exposure to manufactured emotion may have left you numb or performative. Unplug and reboot your inner signal. Oh my goodness, that's so good. So then we've got Arrival, and that's number 5. And the words for that are revelation, disruption, and awe. A burning sky parts as a great craft descends, ringed in firelight, casting a single beam through the smoke. Villagers scream and scatter, hands covering faces, eyes wide with terror and wonder. Behind them, homes and churches burn. Nothing will ever be the same. The arrival marks the moment that your life is split into before and after. A truth, event, or force has entered that cannot be unseen or undone. This isn't just change, it's transformation by fire. You may feel shock, fear, or resistance, but the invitation is clear. Step towards the unknown instead of retreating to the comfort of what's familiar. Ask yourself, what's being revealed, and what outdated beliefs, attachments, or alliances are burning away? Your old framework can't hold this new reality. This is your call to meet what's arriving with open eyes, steady breath, and a willingness to grow beyond who you've been. Say yes to what's here. Lean into awe as much as fear. This is a doorway few are brave enough to cross. You know, I was just having a conversation with a few of my friends earlier, and this is me. Okay, do you remember in the movie 4th of July from, I don't know, 2001 with Will Smith? Do you know that scene where they're all on top of the building and the mothership or one of the ships is like overhead? And they're all like, oh, you're here. And they're all like so happy to see the alien ships and stuff. That would be me. I would fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Okay, just saying. I'd be going, it's about time. What took you so long, right? I would not be these ones that are running off in fear. I'd be going, hey, I want a tour, you know? Show me a tour of the ship. So in reverse, it would be denial won't delay the inevitable. What's gone is gone. Make space for what's trying to enter. I love that, right? And then we've got secret. And that is... Where are you? Oh, it's 46. So it's the last one. There's 46 cards in this. So this is what it looks like. Secret, mystery, withholding, and inner truth. And I love that that's the last card in the deck too. I really do. And it's showing, because there's no other pictures in here, but the last one, secret, right? Like clandestine, deep state. I just love that stuff. Mystery, withholding, inner truth. Behind parted curtains stands a hooded figure, faceless and silent. It does not step forward, nor does it retreat. It waits. The folds of the drapery suggest theater, deception, or revelation, but the air is still. The figure is not your enemy, but your inner reflection. This card reveals what has been withheld, either by you or from you. When drawn, it's a call to bring truth into the open, even if only to yourself at first. Hidden truths distort choices and relationships until they are acknowledged. This is a moment to ask what you've been avoiding and whether keeping it hidden serves your highest good. When this card appears, set aside time to face what you've kept locked away. Confide in a trusted ally, write it out, or speak it aloud to release its grip on you. Truth is the first step towards alignment. In reversed, you may be hiding something even from yourself. Avoidance has been a mask. Truth delayed becomes its own form of prison. It's time to look behind the curtain. Now, if I were to look at this, which it was just sample so you can hear, you know, how this deck reads. But if I were to say that this was an actual reading and know in my mind, I would say take a look at what's being fed to you on social media, because it is all part of the narrative to deceive, right? It is all part of. And what is some of the big stuff that's being shown in media? Is it real? You decide. Do some inner reflection. But yes, are we becoming programmed by what social media is feeding us about certain things, right? I want to draw some more cards. I love this deck. All right, let's draw from, we'll draw from the middle this time. And then from here. Look at that. Ooh. All right. So now we've got disclosure. What was I just talking about, right? Are we getting a reading here? So, revelation, shock, inner truth. Beneath a thick sky, 3 cloaked figures emerge from smoke and shadow. Between them stands a pale, alien being, its face blank but knowing, marked with a glowing triangle. Below, the townspeople scatter, some in fear, some in recognition. A truth long hidden has stepped into the open. The disclosure card signals a sudden unveiling, something buried, rising without permission. This could be an external secret revealed or a collective truth finally acknowledged. More powerfully, it may be your own hidden truth, something that you've buried deep, perhaps even from yourself, a secret memory or identity that has been gnawing at your subconscious, shaping your choices from behind the veil. So when this card appears, face the truth directly, whether it's emerging from within or from the world around you. Speak it, even if it shakes the ground. Healing begins on the other side of revelation. So if in reverse, holding it in any longer may harm more than help. Suppression is not protection. The truth is already awake. Let it be known. And then we've got anonymous. A hooded figure stands solemn in the rain, one hand to their chest, the other lowered, faceless, silent, and alone. The storm rages behind them, but they remain still, cloaked in shadow, belonging to no one yet present in all. This card embodies the sacred act of disappearing in service of a greater cause. It is the archetype of the unseen protector, the voice that moves through hidden channels. When anonymous appears, it calls you to examine your role in truth-telling. Are you hiding to protect or to avoid? Is your silence strength or is it fear? You may feel the instinct to withdraw from constant exposure, sensing that too much visibility dilutes your purpose. Sometimes the most powerful forces operate without identity or recognition. When this card appears, step back from the noise, operate quietly but with precision. Let your integrity, not your presence, carry your influence. And then in reverse, you may be losing yourself behind a mask. Reconnect to your inner compass before anonymity becomes erasure. And then the last one is foreboding. And so, omen, intuition, shadow presence. A towering, hooded figure looms over a silent industrial city, its face lost in darkness. Smoke coils from the chimneys below, merging with the heavy clouds that seem to press down on the world. No movement, no sound, only the sense that something vast and unseen is about to unfold. This card speaks to the unease that arrives before events take shape. It is the prickle on the back of your neck, the dream that you can't forget, the quiet awareness that you are standing in the shadow of something not yet revealed. Foreboding is not always a prophecy of disaster. It is a call to pay attention. What is stirring beneath the surface? Who moves in the periphery while you're distracted? When this card appears, trust your instincts, but anchor them in observation. Keep your senses open, note patterns, and prepare without panic. The feeling that you can't shake may be your first and only warning, so act before the moment passes. In reverse, it says you may be mistaking anxiety for intuition. Ground yourself before deciding whether the threat is real or imagined. I love this because, you know what? As somebody that is a conspiracy theorist myself, it is a very, very thin line. So I have said many times that although I am a conspiracy theorist, I'm a very practical conspiracy theorist because I hear some of these theories and I think, how can anybody believe that? I just don't understand how anybody can believe that. And I can see how it can lead to like paranoia and delusions. But at the same time, when you do your research and you see that some of these things are actually, that there is stuff to show, you know, there's like receipts, right? So you wouldn't trust. So it's about having a certain level of discernment and awareness of your surroundings, and maybe talking all the time about certain things is like the least wisest thing that you can do. It's about observing so that you can make the right choices later, right? That's the way I see it. I love this deck so much. So I want to do a few pairings. All right, so let's get that set up. So the first one I wanted to pair it with is the Earth Magic Tarot. It's the Hermetic Prophecies, right? This is a Daniel Martin Diaz deck. And so it was the first one that I thought to pair it with. And look at that. It's just like perfect. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups with power. That feels like a DS relationship right there. Who's got the power? Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups with confluence. Ooh. 9 of Swords and 2 of Cups conjure. Oh my goodness gracious. That reminds me of the dream that I had with the, when I was in a relationship in my dreams with an Archon. And he was controlling the Matrix, right? And I said, well, can't we just reveal some of this stuff? And he's like, well, we'll just, you know, we'll just shut it all down and everybody will cease to exist. I'm like, well, let's not be rash here. Come on. You know, that's what this reminds me of. Let's not be rash. Page of Swords, 5 of Swords, surveillance. Oh my goodness gracious. That's that lack of trust. Always looking over your shoulder, right? Yes. 7 of Coins and the Hermit. AI. Why don't we read what it says in the book about AI? I mean, considering, right? That's 43. I want to read what it says about AI. Intelligence, imitation, dominance. A cloaked figure stands beneath a storm-racked sky, its face hidden, but its chest exposed, revealing an intricate array of gears, pistons, and mechanisms, sorry. It is both ancient and futuristic. A construct of unseen will now stepping forward from shadow into form. This card represents the systems that we build to serve us until we begin to serve them. Not just artificial intelligence, but every form of technology that we've grown tethered to. Yup. The apps that shape our attention, the machines that replace our memory, the tools that promise ease and slowly rewrite how we think, act, and feel. I mean, you know what? I'm Gen X, and when I was growing up, we knew everybody's numbers. Now that I've got it on my smartphone, I don't know anybody's number. I know my husband's number. That's about it. What about you guys? Do you find that that's the case? I need a little black book so that I can put numbers in it again in case anything ever went down. We rely on technology in every single way that we take for granted. What begins as efficiency can end as erosion. The more that we outsource to screens, feeds, algorithms, our convenience, the more we lose track of what is fully ours, our time, our intuition, our aliveness. This is a call to awareness. What have you handed over in exchange for comfort, or speed? Where have systems replaced spirit? Take inventory, reclaim what matters. Unplug, touch the world, remember yourself, and in reverse, you may be numbed out, disconnected, or drifting further from your inner voice. Step away from the noise, reground in what's real before the signal fades. Gosh, that's so good. That is so good. Although I do think that AI technology can most definitely open doors. I definitely think that it can cause problems for certain people too, if you don't recognize certain things. But that's a discussion for another day, right? So we've got the World and Eight of Wands with watching them. So are these the archons, I wonder? Are they watching the people? Are they manipulating? Are these the elites that are, putting things into motion and they're watching, right? With the World? And is it speeding up because of things like, I don't know, mass media, right? And, the news and YouTube and Facebook and social media in general. Is that what is not driving our narrative, right? Yes, it is. And I talk about that in my Matrix book, Book of Secrets. Anyways, let's see what else we got. So I wanted to show it also with the Earth Magic, but in the colored version, the newer one that just came out, tarot. Just to see whether or not, which I thought it would, still go beautifully. Maybe add a little bit of color to, this gray area that either we're picking up on something or it's our own dementia kind of thing, right? Ten of Swords, Page of Coins, Enchantment. The Hermit, Knight of Swords with Watchtower. Expect Us with the World and the Hierophant. Shapeshifter with Queen of Cups and Seven of Wands. Interesting. Phenomenon. Four of Wands in the Tower. And we see a tower here. Was this a sign about the Tower of Babel or something? Introspection, Four of Coins, Ace of Wands. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so I wanted to try another deck that is completely different in artwork and colors and everything. That's a Tarot Unexplained by Dave Zilla. He also did a book. I can't remember the name of the book. I want to get it. He did an interview with Ivy. And I really, really liked him also. And I thought that, and he talked about a lot of AI technology and stuff. And so I really, really wanted to pair these up. And it's very, also like unexplained things, like creepy crawlies in the night and cryptids and, phenomenon and all that's in this. So I thought, what kind of readings could we get from this, right? Like ghost hunting and stuff. So extraction, introspection, and portals. Disclosure with the Wendigo and portals. Anonymous with portals. This is, did I put this back in order? I think I did, maybe. So they're all kind of in order. Thunderbird, portals with Anonymous. Foreboding with 5 portals. And the Hoop Snake. System with the Yeti and portals. Yeah. I wished I would have. Yeah, anywho, I do think that this would make a really cool reading. I wished I would have shuffled these better, but anywho, let's see what else we got. Another deck I thought I would try is the Spirit Keeper's Tarot, the Vitruvian edition, just because of the tones, but I think that the Revelation would go really good with this also. So we've got the Ebony Shield, Power and Authority of Earth, with Battling the Typhon, the demon or the devil, right? Propaganda. Oh my God, how perfect is that? If you know, you know. You know what I mean? So we've got the Keeper and the Tower with the Disruptor. Yep, material and spiritual colliding. Spirit and petition of spirit. Archangel Commander, Angel of Storms and Battles, And the healer, gifts of the spirit with collective. Oh, so like a collective healing or meditation or something. Oh. And that was the Archangel. Oh, Angel of Storms and Battles. Okay. So we've got Possession with Chariot of Osiris. Very cool. And Spirit in Search of Science. Oh. These are, I bet you, and especially with also the Book of Maps for this, and then mix it with this. Imagine the kind of like, really like in-depthful, like major shadowy readings that you could get with that. The Magus, as above, so below, divinity in man, powers of the spirit, archangel of healing, angel who salves, yep, and purifies with anxiety. Oh my goodness. So know your own power to be able to heal, right? You hold the key to your own fear and stuff. The initiate, the priestess, ominous. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got. So another one I thought of is Magicians, Martyrs, and Madmen's Tarot by Travis McHenry. This is a super cool deck. It's got different artwork, but I think that the themes could work really good in conjunction with each other. And I actually think that the artwork could too. So let's see. We'll check it out. We've got Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Wands with Confusion. Oh, Seven of Swords. Oh, my goodness. Ah, Jack the Ripper with a witch hunt. Wowza. Would this be a major dark combination or what? We've got Inferno with the Hanged Man and Eight of Swords. Oh, my goodness. Right. Is that talking like a hell? Level of hell? Mind Control. Eight of Pentacles. And it does look like that. And, ooh, Nine of Swords. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, you cannot make this up. These two definitely talk to each other. Am I right? Definitely in a dark manner, but major shadowy, which I love. The Devil and Ten of Swords with magnetism. What are you drawing to you, right? What are you drawing to? What are you being drawn to? What are you allowing to fill your feed? Temperance, Page of Swords with Portal. Oh. Oh. Wow. That feels like one of those moments, like harsh moments, painful moments that are the activation point for the portal. You know, that's what digs you deeper into that transformation. That's the catalyst. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Swords with Moral Panic. Let's see what else we got. The next one I wanted to look at is the Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot, Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn Scenes. I thought that this would look super cool also with this and give you certain kind of readings, right? The Wheel of Fortune, Three of Coins with Psychotronics. And I think that this artwork, I do think that they look really good together. I mean, I'm digging it. Seven of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Sabotage. Oh, yes. Entropy, Queen of Wands, and Justice. Oh, gosh. Look at that. This is also, to the best of my knowledge, I just heard this, another version or another edition is coming to Kickstarter on October 31st, I believe, of Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot. So, time travel of Two of Swords and Five of Swords. Gosh, you know what that feels like to me? Our timeline shifts based on the choices that we make, right? That's what that feels like. You are a time traveler, and maybe there's different versions of those different timelines based on the choices. So there could be an infinite number of different timelines out there, maybe on different dimensions, but I think it's a very cool concept. King of Swords, the star was stop them. Hypnosis was 7 of Cups and 5 of Coins. Oh boy. That feels like getting hypnosis in order to help you through some of your issues, like smoking, to quit smoking, or to help you lose weight, or whatever, or to do like past life regressions in order to show maybe this is why you have this kind of mentality or all over the place because of other wounds and in your unconscious, and hypnosis can help with that. I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it. So I have one last deck that I want to show you with it. So the next one I want to show you, or the last one I want to show you, is another newer deck that just came from Daniel Martin Diaz, and it's the Golden Age Tarot 1909 edition, Pamela Coleman Smith. And this one was also sent to me for review. Now, these are all admittedly still in order because I'm going to be doing that video next. So I don't want to take them out of order. I've already messed with them a little bit and just got done putting them back in order. But I wanted to show it with this. So we've got the Fool and the 5 of Cups with, oops, I already did that, with Omen. So be mindful, right? Watch for signs. The Magician and 6 of Cups with Enlightenment. Oh. Gatekeepers with the High Priestess and 7 of Cups. So the next one we have is Gatekeepers with the Empress and 8 of Cups. We've got Remote Viewer with 9 of Cups and the Emperor. We've got Source with 10 of Cups and the Hierophant. How interesting is that? Okay. So this has been the walkthrough and review of the Invisible Order Oracle by Daniel Martin Diaz. It was sent to me for review. And oh, I am just so in love with this deck. I could see using it with just about anything, honestly. This has like a very neutral, you know, like feel of artwork to me, line work and stuff, but also with it being a little bit darker, more of like a sepia. It's just, it goes with so much more because it's not like stark white and then black, right? For me personally, and the kind of decks that I have, it works better for me. But the actual like theme, I'm all over it. I love it. It's everything to me. So I don't know if I also showed, but it comes in a tuck box, just like his other ones, and then goes within this. And this is what the main box looks like. Right? Beautiful. This is good, sturdy, with the side thumb holes, so that it doesn't get lost. And I don't think there's any spreads or anything in here. I think it pretty much goes right into it. What we seek may not exist. Still, we search. Oh, gosh, I love that. That is also like a very conspiracy mind kind of person, right? You're always looking for other things behind the scenes, secrets. I mean, raise your hand if you're watching this and you wished you were a part of a secret society. Okay? Just saying. Why? Just because you want to know the secrets, right? So, yeah. So, I would love to know your thoughts on this. Is this something that you plan to pick up? Let me know also your thoughts on the things that had been mentioned about AI earlier in the video. What was your favorite pairing? Leave me a comment. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like. Hit subscribe. Maybe hit that share button. It really helps my channel, and I appreciate it. Yes, it helps my algorithm. So thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you love always.